So, beta, we are discussing the Indian economy scenario before the partition and after the partition. Before the partition, there was British rule, and we are under the British rule, and all the resources are exploited by the British. So at that time, economy is not in the good shape due to the poor interest from British government. So after the partition, we started rebuilding our nation. We invested in manufacturing sector. We invested in industry sector. We invested in basic infrastructure. So these things play a very significant role to accelerate the growth of nation. So within 75 years of independence, now we are at the very respectable place as compared to other nations. So as far as our economy is concerned, we are in the top five largest economy of the world as far as the growth rate of the economy is concerned. In the last quarter, we achieved a good accelerate in the GDP and economic growth of the country. As far as the market of the concerned, we are the largest market of the world. As far as the consumerism concerned, we are changing our lifestyle with the help of lot of services and facilities which are available in the country. So once we again, beta, I would like to confirm from your side, I am audible to all?
Yes, sir.
I am audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beta. So, bache, the process of growth of economy was very in normal shape, and after the 1947, we invested in the basic infrastructure, but the major change has come under the heading of liberalization of the economy in 1991. So before the 1991, we are following the socialist economy. Under the socialist economy, all the parts under the control of government, and the main objective of the government is to serve the nation, to provide the basic facility to the people, and there are only public sector. Public sector means private sector. So public sector means government sector. There is very less role of private sector. But after 1991, due to the financial problem of the country, we opened the market for whole world. In the liberalization, in the privatization, in the globalization, we request to the whole world kindly invest in Indian market and enjoy the excellent growth of our economy. And this is very much fact when we seen the result of a result of 1991 liberalization on Indian economy. We achieve a highest growth rate after the 1999. We are experiencing the changing in the lifestyle of the people. We are experiencing the upgrade, the infrastructure in the country. We are experiencing the good facilities in health and education sector. So this is the reality of the time. After the liberalization, India's growth at very fast rate as compared to the other developing economies. So when we talk about developing economies, there are many concepts which are very much popular in among the economists regarding the clarification and classification of the different economies. It has different parts. First one, underdeveloping economy. Second one, developing economies. And third one, developed economy. So I think any student can define it. Any student aware regarding the underdeveloping economy and developing economy and developed economy? Okay, beta, when we talk about the underdeveloping economy, these economies are in very much poor shape. Majority of the people are depending on the agriculture sector, and agriculture sector following the traditional mode of cultivation and harvesting. So there is very less infrastructure available within the nation. We may take the example from different country of Africa continent. You may take the example from Kenya, Uganda, and any other nation from African continent specifically. So next one is the developing economies. We may say that India is a developing economy, but with a fast growth rate. So developing economies are those economies which are experiencing the good growth rate and which are experiencing the transformation process. Now we are shifting from the agriculture sector to industry sector and service sector. Now we are using the technology in agriculture sector, automation industry sector. We are growing very fast rate. Our lifestyle are changing day by day. So these economies are experiencing the good growth rate with the changing living standards of people. So as compared to the developing economies, next point is developed economies. We may take the example from America. We may take take the example from France, Germany. These are the developed economies of the world, and these economies are totally based on the industrial sector and service sector. There is very less significant role of agriculture sector in the developed economies as compared to western nation, as compared to developed nation. Our economy is still depending upon the agriculture sector. Approximately more than 50% people are directly or indirectly depending upon agriculture sector. So this is the symptom, this is the sign of the economy by which we confirm that we are the developing economy, but with the emerging power. Emerging power means our growth rate is good, our market is good, our living infrastructure and health facilities and education facilities are at world power. So we are in transformation process from developing to developed nations. So I think that in next 20 years we will achieve the new landmark in the economic growth. But dear students, there are some specific points which I think we must be considered as with respect to the economic conditions. At presently, we are facing very tough competition from China side because China using the very hard economic policy to implement the new program of industrialization, new economic policies, and due to the one party system, they implement all the things in very strict order. So they enjoyed a very good growth rate in the last 2 decades. So this is the one point which India may concern in near future. We have the threat from China side regarding as a emerging part of Asia. So at presently, when we talk about the economic part of Asia, Japan and China lead the this continent, and hope that India will also rise as a par in this region. So, beta, I am audible to all, and are you comfortable with content?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay, beta.
sir.
Okay. So, beta, next point, which is very much important regarding the changing of the economic scenario of the nation, or how to economic growth influence our life. So, beta, after 91, there is very much boom in service sector. We experiencing the growth rate in banking sector, insurance sector, tourism sector, airline sector. We are experiencing very good infrastructure in our basics, specifically from transportation side or communication sides. You may also experience that with the impact of globalization or privatization, now we are the largest user of smartphone in the world. I think we have the competition only from China, but as at the on which growth rate we are moving ahead, we will lead the nation in that. So this is due to the privatization and service sector. We are experiencing the very cheapest rate of our internet as compared to the other world, as compared to the other countries. We are very much in positive side. We are paying very less for our communication, specifically by using the net data to using the communication through the mobiles, and we have inexpensive mode of communication. This is only due to the privatization. This is the strength of or a positive impact of 1991 globalization. So, beta, in the same case, we experiencing the good growth rate in education sector. Now we have world-class institute in India. Majority of the foreigners, specifically NRI, are getting the admission in our institute, and at the level ranking, our institute performed very well since last 20 years. So this is another positive side. So next one related to the service sector is our health sector. So when we talk about the health sector, we are the best destination for the world to treat any disease, to get any facilities from the health sector, and this is one of the inexpensive services in the world. And we have the best doctors, we have the best experts, we have the best research in the India to lead the world in health sector. And we may take the example from our COVID period. We developed the vaccination like the Covishield and many others, which we are also exporting to the other countries, needy countries, poor countries. So this is the strength of our health system. We are in good directions. So this is another positive side. So with the next changes which we are experiencing in the recent time or in the recent past, this is the impact of recession on Indian economy or specifically service sector. I think you are not aware regarding the recession of 2006. I need an answer from your side in the form of yes or no. Are you aware regarding the recession of 2006? Dear students,
Sir, your PPT is not visible to us.
have you listened regarding the recession?
Sir, are you teaching us with the PPT?
Not audible.
Sir, your PPT is not visible to us.
PPT is not?
Visible.
Any another students can repeat the same question. This is not audible.
Sir, are you sharing the screen or not?
Hello.
Hello, sir. Are you sharing the screen or not?
Hello, students.
Sir, are you teaching us with PPT or without PPT?
No. This is. Are you showing the slides?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
No.
Okay.
Slide.
Beta, this is not from the PPT. I just briefly give the brief introduction of our Indian economy, but I just
Okay.
show the PPT of first slide. This is just the name of subject and introduction of myself.
Okay, sir.
This is not from the PPT.
Okay.
I just share the PPT with you. Beta, now screen is visible to all.
Yes, introduction.
PPT is visible.
to us. Yes.
Okay. So this is not from PPT. This is just the information or introduction regarding the service market economy. So we will discuss all the points after the completion of this lecture. I will give you 15 minutes. So beta, we experienced the recession in 2006, and the recession started from America side. The problem of a real estate sector in America spread the recession in the whole world. It started in America in 2006, then it shifted to the European market, then it shifted to the India in 2008. But we are very much lucky. Recession did not adversely affected our growth rate. We are the only economy in the world which are safe from the impact of adversely effect of recession. So recession did not impact deeply to the Indian economy. Maybe some sectors are adversely affected, but somehow we manage the recession very well. Our banking sector is very much strong. Banking sector perform at par the norms, and we are deliver our best during the recession sector. So we are getting the good pace of growth rate after the recession. We are experiencing the good jobs market in India. We are experiencing the good FDI in India. We are experiencing the good infrastructure development in India. So recession is a problem of the world in huge sense, but as far as the Indian economy, it did not affect so much. So beta, after recession, we experiencing the pandemic time. Pandemic time is COVID-19, Corona time. This problem adversely affect the service sector of Indian economy. This Corona time adversely affect the service sector of Indian economy regarding its growth rate, regarding its revenue, regarding its sales, regarding its job opportunities, regarding its contribution to the Indian economy. So somehow we managed it in 2020 and we are also managing it in 2021 with the open the market for all the sectors, and the last quarter response, the last quarter GDP rate is so much impressive. We are experiencing the 20% growth in the last quarter, which is a healthy sign of our Indian economy. In the last year, in the same quarter, we experiencing the minus 23% growth rate, which is very much dangerous for our economic health. But in this quarter, which is the recent one, we experiencing the positive 20% growth rate, which will be the benchmark for our next quarters. So I hope that in coming quarters we will perform well, and in 2022 we will lead the world in the economic growth rate of country. So beta, this is all about the basics of our Indian economy, its process, its development, its different phases. This is all about the contribution of service sector to Indian economy. This is related to the impact of the world recession on service sector, impact of the pandemic of service sector. So after that, to clear all the content, I would like to start the lecture from now. So beta, now we will start the lecture of service marketing. So this is the first slide. This is visible to all.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Objectives.
Okay, beta, these are the objectives of our today lecture. This lecture will helpful to understand the concept of service marketing, basic concepts, definition of service, growth of service sector, development and contribution of service sector economy. We have already discussed a lot, but this is the content which we will discuss again, slide to slide. So as far as the meaning, academic meaning of service, which shows that service is an act or performance that one party can offer to another that is essential, intangible. But when we talk about intangible, intangible means you are providing the services to your customer in a bank. And at that time, you are providing the guidelines, you are providing the recommendations, you are providing the forecast information, you are providing the warnings regarding the future scenario of the market, you are providing the information to customer regarding the investment in different stocks. So this is intangible. You are not giving anything physical to the customer. So intangible means which is not visible, which is not touchable, which is not storable. You are providing intangible information just through your recommendation, your suggestions, and your forecasting, and does not result in any ownership of anything. When you give the information, when you give the suggestion, when you give the recommendation to the customer, you are not providing anything in physical form. You are not giving a hard physical product to anyone. You are providing, you are giving your expertness, you are giving you are sharing your ideas, you are giving your recommendation on the behalf of your own knowledge. So this is the basic meaning of service. In service, we act and perform to facilitate the another party in intangible form. So its production may or may not be tied to physical products. Specifically, इसमें physical product नहीं आता, लेकिन जहां physical product आता है वहां भी service के through ही हम deal करते हैं. So this is all about the services provided to the customer to generate the revenue for your organization. The true example of service sector is banking sector. The true example of service sector is services provided by a lawyer or advocate, service provided by a doctor, service provided by a chartered accountant. So at presently, when we talk about the present mode of delivery of my lecture, I am giving you a service to teach you. I am providing anything, I am not providing you anything in physical form. I am providing you the information, guidelines, and knowledge. So this is the meaning. So when we talk about the service sector, as we have already discussed, we have three sectors which are the main. First one the industrial sector, second one the service sector, and third one the agriculture sector. When we talk about the industry sector, we are struggling. This is very much important point for you. In industrial sector, we are struggling to accelerate the growth rate. We required that. And when we talk about the competition with China, we are so much behind from China in the industrial sector. And this is the area where we have to work more. This is the area where we have to invest more. This is the area which we must have focused more. And for this, government have initiated a lot of projects. You may listen regarding the digital, regarding the Made in India campaign of central government. You have already made listen regarding the entrepreneurship schemes of the government just to accelerate the growth rate of our industrial sector. Because with the growth rate of industrial sector, we can provide the jobs to our youngsters. We can generate the revenue from the industry sector through exports. With the growth of industrial sector, we may less dependent upon the imports, which will save our dollars. So it means industrial sector is a very much essential entity at presently of Indian economy. But in reality, we are struggling to achieve the excellent growth for the economic development of the nation. Dear students, our objective to achieve the double growth rate in near future to counter the China, to counter the other Western nations to establish in the world as a superpower. So for that, we must be accelerate our growth rate in the industrial sector. In the recent 5 years, we are experiencing a positive sides from the world regarding the FDI, regarding the investment in the manufacturing sector. So we are waiting for that. So second is the service sector with a majority of the contribution in the central government revenue is from service sector. Majority of the jobs are producing in the service sector. Majority of the people enjoying the good lifestyle and living conditions, this is only due to the service sectors. And the practical example of the liveliness of the service sector is that during the pandemic time, we received the huge amount of investment in Geo platform. In the Reliance Group in Geo platform, we received the huge FDI, and at presently Geo platform is a debt-free entity of the India. So this is the strength of service sector. Majority of the country in the world, majority of the industrialists in the world feel that India is the best destination to invest for future gain. So I think service sector is the engine of growth for India in past time, in recent time, or maybe in future time. Or reason for that is the only one: we are the largest market of the world. Majority of the people want to sell their products, sell their services in India. You will experiences that majority of the banks of the foreign nation, insurance company of the foreign nations, airlines of the foreign nations, hotel chains of the foreign nation, educational institute of the foreign nations are willing to invest in Indian market. So beta, this is clear to everyone. But I need reply from your side. Clear to everyone?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, beta. Okay, beta. So next, third point, which is also very important to discuss as a marketing students, because you will be deliver your services after completing your post graduation in different sector. Maybe some students join the agriculture sector in a respective in different modes. So third point, third sector of Indian economy is agriculture sector. So dear students, when we talk about the dependency on agriculture sector, at presently when we delivering this lecture, more than 50% of Indian population directly and indirectly depending on agriculture sector. This is a major concern for Indian economy. We are presently depending upon agriculture sector in a huge number, or when we compare ourselves with the other developed nation, then this is the significant point which we have to be considered for future growth. That is, in the developed nation, approximately 2 to 5% people are depending upon agriculture. When we talk about the American economy, only 5%, less than 5%, less than 6% population directly or indirectly depending upon agriculture sector. But when we talk about Indian economy, then more than 50% population of agriculture sector. So this is a major area of concern which we have to be think. But the positive side is that during the pandemic time, when we experienced the minus 23% growth rate, negative 23% growth rate during the pandemic time, agriculture sector produced a positive growth rate 3.5%. For that time, this is the strength of Indian economy. This is the sound base of Indian economy. And at the same time, agriculture providing the good number of jobs, involvement, business to the all people, those who are migrated and shifted from urban to rural area due to the pandemic and due to the shutdown of industry in the urban area. So this is the strength of agriculture sector. It absorbed a huge number of people during the pandemic time, during the corona time. So these are the sector of Indian economy. So beta service sector provides the intangible goods like financial services, management, consultancy, telephony, IT services to the different customer. So after that, when we talk about the service sector industry, it may involve to providing the services to the business and as well as the final consumer. So this is the significant difference between a company may provide the service to different companies. This is a one aspect, and company may provide the services to the customer. So when we talk about the TCS, when we talk about the large scale companies, Infosys, Wipros, they giving their services business to business. They're giving their services to different companies to help in their business, to provide the softwares, basic information, artificial intelligence, machine learning. But at the same time, service industry also provide the services to direct to the consumer. We may take example from airlines. We may take example from the hotel industries, tourism industry. We may take example from the chartered accountant, lawyer, and doctors, health sector. So this is a significant point which we consider for future reference. So the next one, these are the beta examples, different examples of service sector. Majority of them we have already discussed. First one, banking sector, core sector of service industry, stock broking, one of the most interesting concept of the recent day. So beta, at presently, I suggest you kindly focus on banking sector and stock exchange. It will be the engine of your personal growth in your career. All the students, whether you would like to join the banking sector or stock exchange, it doesn't matter. For the sake of information, for the sake of as a marketing professional, marketing expert, you must be aware regarding the basics of banking and stock exchange. It will be very useful for your future careers. So beta, next one, restaurants, bars, catering, insurance sector, news and entertainment. At presently, social media is also very good platform to providing the services to the viewers. Healthcare, we have already discussed. Education sector, professional people, architecture, consulting, doctors, advocates, and then wholesaling and retailing. But all these are examples of service sector which are the important one to deliver the services to the customer and different companies. So these are the significant types of service sector. When we talk about business services in this, banking, insurance, transportation, warehousing are the main. These produce the business, produce the service, and deal with the financial matters, deal with the economic activities directly. And the motive of the all economic activities is to produce a revenue and profit. So next one is the social services. These are the basic services of the society which they required. The most important one is education sector, health sector, and administration. So beta, when we talk about the education and health sector, this is open for all the investor from India and abroad. All the investor can invest in India without any issue. So basic objective of the sector is to provide the services to the people for their health, and in turn to the, for their services, they are charging a handsome amount, and they will get the remuneration from their services. So the next one, personal services. In personal services, tourism, restaurants, and recreationals. These are the services which you may purchase directly from the company. You want to move from Amritsar to Goa, Amritsar to Hong Kong, Amritsar to Melbourne and Washington DC. So you directly purchase the service and you directly pay the amount. Same in the case of restaurant, you visit the restaurant, you get the service and pay the amount. Same in case of recreational, you move to the mall and see the movie. In the mall, you get the services and you pay accordingly. So major sector of economy we have already discussed in very elaborate form. So I don't think so there is any need for the further explanation. Industrial sector we have already discussed. Service sector already discussed, and all the content of service sector we will discuss in future lectures, and agriculture sectors. So this is related to the growth in India. As we already discussed, the impact of liberalization in 1991 on the growth rate of Indian economy, which was a very positive, and presently we are also experiencing the good result of that. As far as the agriculture sector, this is still dominating as far the number of people are involving in it, and the service sector growing very fast rate, and it also providing the good remuneration to the good revenue to the central government of India and different state governments. So when we talk about the in the number of number of or in percentage of contribution of the service sector. So service sector contributes the most to the Indian GDP. The sector of services in India has the biggest share in the country GDP. It counts more than 50%. This is the reality. And majority of the revenue of central government is coming from service sector industries. And performing sectors are construction, trade, hotels, transport, restaurant, communication, storage, social and personal services, community insurance, financing, business services, and real estate. I think you may be aware regarding the GST. When you purchase anything from anywhere, then you pay the GST, and amount of GST paid to the and move to the in the pool of central government and state government. So this is the main source of government to get the revenue from service sector. So impact of COVID-19 we have already discussed in very elaborate form. So when we talk about the adversely effect, so main sectors which are adversely affected are airlines, travel, and tourism industries. These are the numbers of different sectors which are adversely affected during the corona time. So the last slide of today's lecture is characteristics of services. beta, this is the base of service sector as far as the academic understanding of it. So first one is intangible, second one is inseparably, third one variability, and last one perishable. So beta, all four content we will discuss in a next lecture. Now I will give you the time for your queries, questions as per your requirement, and now we will also conduct the poll during the last 10 minutes.